from the title of this video, and this is not going to be a full playthrough at all. Don't get that idea, but this is just something that I wanted to do to sort of give my first impressions, I guess, of this mod, because I do think it is really polished. I've been wanting to do this for a couple mods that I don't really have the time to do a full playthrough of, so I might be revisiting this depending on the kind of reception it gets. But let's jump right in, and I guess I can sort of tell you what this mod's all about. I guess so far the impression I've gotten from it is it's similar. I don't want to say like it's misery for Shadow Chernobyl, because that just sounds kind of dumb. I hate it when people reviewing stuff say that it's something for something else. It's totally different from misery, but it's a similar sort of concept, I guess. It's a mod based around realism and immersion. As you can see, there's no HUD here, and I don't think there's any way to turn the HUD on. We do have crosshairs simply because I haven't turned those off, and you know, it is somewhat helpful to aim with. But yeah, we've got tons of new guns. You can see there's a revamped inventory here, and one of the coolest things actually about this mod is the magazine system. Now you can actually reload and unload magazines once they've been depleted. Some guns, obviously like the SKS, don't function on magazines. You can just load them directly. So if we unload this, I can show you. The reload animations are very nice. I haven't really run across any crappy animations or poor weapon models yet. Everything seems really polished, and I really want to sort of display some of the magazines. So here we've got them labeled here. We've got MP5 mags, 15 round 9x19s. This is for the Bison, the 64 round helical mags. Grenades, all sorts of good stuff. So let me take out the MP5 magazine. And it's actually been a... Yeah, here we go. So I think by right clicking it, you unload it. And then by pressing R, you load it on up. So the thumb's kind of hilarious when you're doing this. It looks kind of like just this floppy sausage on your hand. But overall, you know, a magazine system is one thing, and it's very impressive that this was implemented. But even more impressive is that the animations were actually included. So, very cool. I really dig this. Of course I had to choose the MP5 magazine that has like 30 rounds, didn't I? Yeah, there we go. Okay, so my current loadout, I'm using the Bison and the MP5 sort of off and on. I have done the first mission, the Bandit Car Park, as everyone's familiar with. Kinda didn't want to just start this first impressions video at the very start of the mod, simply because it's kind of tedious to watch people go through the very first steps of getting into a stalker game, in my opinion. So I decided to get a bit of an arsenal going here and progress at least a little bit before starting this. So if you're not familiar with Stalker, which I'm pretty sure you would be if you're watching this video, we have to cross this railway right now, and we can either choose to go through the military by giving them vodka or killing them, or we can go through that tunnel, which I have never, ever had success doing. Not even once. So, I think it's pretty obvious which way I'm going to choose. What do we got here? A Makarov and 12 9x18 rounds. I'll take the rounds, I guess. One thing I can say is the magazine weight isn't represented very well, because you do have magazines that are loaded weigh a lot more than when they're unloaded. And at the moment, it just seems to show the weight of an empty magazine. It never shows you the actual weight of a loaded magazine. At least that's what I gather from... I did play this mod fairly extensively in its old version. I think that was 1.05? I think it's at 1.07 now. So it did just get updated a little while ago, and I'm still not entirely familiar with all the changes. I know there have been some tweaks and new guns that have been added, but other than that, I'm not entirely sure what's been changed here. So let me just check the PDA out. Yeah, we need to go here, I suppose. Yeah, I forgot. We got to go loot this guy's corpse over here before we can get over the embankment. And I don't even know if I have any vodka. I did go and get the Merc suit from the attic in the Rookie Village, but other than that, I haven't really looked around for many stashes. And I wasn't able to get a whole lot of loot from the bandit camp because a lot of the neutral stalkers I was with looted their corpses before I could get to them. So I do realize there is a pattern in here, but I've never been able to figure it out. So I'm not even gonna bother right now. Don't exactly feel like having to die and then reload my game and all that jazz. I actually haven't taken a single hit so far from doing this rookie, or not rookie village, the car park mission, which surprised me to no end because usually I get my ass kicked very thoroughly in that little engagement. And from what I remember, playing this mod in its earlier iteration, I just got absolutely destroyed. This is a very, very difficult mod on Master. And of course, Master is the way to go if you're playing any Stalker mod, in my opinion. Unless it's just absolutely brutally difficult. In which case, yeah, go ahead and drop down a few notches.
If you want to go through, come up and we'll have a chat.
I'm not sure if I have any vodka.
You take off before we get angry.
Okay, yeah. But I need to go there. Oh, we just gotta bribe him here. It's not vodka. Maybe I'm just thinking people soup here. Alright, well, 500 isn't a lot to me. And considering it's going to save me a very tedious and hard fight to get past these guys, I think it's worth it. I'll definitely be coming back later to murder these guys up because I hate these scumbags, but you know, for now I'm not exactly equipped very well to deal with a bunch of AK-toting military guys, so I'll let them live. Alright, so now we're going to hear that little classic speech from Sidorovich. I guess I better shut my mouth and let him talk. Okay, and before I forget, that is a friendly stalker. And the crosshairs actually really help out when you're trying to identify enemies from neutral stalkers and friendlies. Anyway, what I need to mention here before I forget is you need to be running 1.0004 version of Stalker. So that means essentially if you have the Steam version, I believe there's a way to do it, but I think it involves registry tweaks in that. Essentially, if you don't have the retail version of Stalker, then you're probably not going to be able to install this mod with any sort of ease whatsoever. So just getting that out of the way. If you do have the retail version, then all it requires is you to reinstall the game and then simply install version 1.0004 instead of the newest patch, and you're good to go. And it also goes the same for a couple other mods. The main one that I can think of right now is Secret Trails. You definitely need 1.0004 to run that mod. There's probably a couple other ones that I'm not remembering that you need this version for as well. Now, one glitch I've run into is, for some reason, these bolts just become unthrowable after a couple throws. I don't know what it is, but you just gotta switch back to them, and now you can throw them no problem. I don't know what causes that, but it's a little bit of an annoyance. Not a game-breaking issue by any means, but just something I've noticed. I really shouldn't be using my SKS for a bunch of flesh pigs. There we go. Oh! That guy almost snuck right past me. Oh, he's dead. Must have bled out. So, it'll be nice once we get into an actual confrontation here with some human enemies that have guns and everything. Because that's where this mod, I think, really shines. Medkits are actually fairly rare in this version from what I've heard, so you can also get these other various health items that either stop bleeding or give you a bit of health back. I can't remember exactly what does what. I think the surgical gauze obviously stops bleeding, similar to bandages, and the hemostatic clamps I do think give you back a small amount of health. But it looks like in this new version you don't get an actual health bar. Unless, yeah, this is your health bar. It's just going to turn from green to yellow to red, I presume. So yeah, there's no formal health bar, which some may think of as sort of a more immersive way of handling your health. Some may just think of it as an annoyance, though. I'm sort of indifferent. It doesn't really make a difference to me. I'm not one who regularly stares at their health bar all the time, so it's not really that much of an issue for me, I guess. Now, we're going to go talk to What's-His-Face up here, save him from the dogs, if there's going to be a dog wave, which there usually is. Another minor gripe I have is that you can't actually reload these weapons without actually going into your inventory and removing the magazine and then loading in a fresh one, or simply running out of bullets in your mag. Those are the only ways you can actually reload, from what I understand. So I would like to see a formal ability to reload with, you know, even a mostly full magazine, just to give me that option. So we definitely have plenty of medkits. I'll give Fox one here. Okay, this is something I actually think I heard about. Medkits don't heal fully, I don't think. So let's see if we can drop something for this guy. No, that didn't give it to him. Okay, we're gonna trade with this guy and give him some health items. See if he can get back on his feet. Take some antiseptic and some clamps. Alright, see if this can fix him up. Who the hell's shooting up here? Alright, you're still not in very good shape here. Why don't we use some of these things I gave you? Maybe it's bleeding that he needs to stop? I don't know. I guess we're just gonna have to deal with this. If any of you know how I can get these NPCs back on their feet, because the same thing happened with that guy that's right by that abandoned boxcar. Alright, so the trader told me he might know something about Strelok. I just heard some kind of menacing growl coming from over here. Okay, maybe that was just thunder. Oh god. Oh Jesus. Okay. We got some dogs. It's not the end of the world. Oh Jesus Christ, it's the end of the world. The apocalypse has come. I need to use health supplies, bandages. Good lord. Okay. Okay. We'll get out of this alive. We definitely will. Looks like the last dog just pissed himself and ran away. I don't really blame him, honestly. Okay, so we had to deal with a freaking chimera there. That was crazy. Didn't really take that much damage, though, to be honest. Okay, and we're back to green health. That's definitely good. I should also mention, you get this from Sidorovich when you first start the game. It's got a really cool description here with some awesome zone-friendly lore, I guess. You can read through this if you want, just pause the video. But essentially what it does is it beeps like crazy when you get near an artifact. So if I drop this, you can see what it does. I don't think these... Yeah, artifacts are actually mostly invisible without the detector. Let me just test this out. Make sure I'm not just... No, never mind. They do become visible when you get close to them, but the detector really helps out. It's a little bit annoying at times, but yeah. I really don't know what I can do to get Fox back up and running, but... Okay, well I guess I saved him again, so we got a stash location and some money. I don't want to keep feeding him first aid kits, but I'll give him one more. Alright, well that effectively did nothing. So I just wasted 2 medkits on that scumbag back there. Oh well. Okay, let's see where the stash location is. We've actually got 2 somehow. What's this? Deadstalker's stash and Wolf Scouts. I actually kind of want to go check this out. I don't know why the icon is different. Look at my backpack, and what's this? Tower at the checkpoint. Okay, well I guess we'll go to the Deadstalker stash. This looks like it's part of a mission. Forgive me if I'm being ignorant about, you know, vanilla missions and such, but I'm not big on... Okay, there's our first random anomaly. That's another annoyance I have, is that anomalies are really friggin' hard to spot, and they kill you pretty much instantly. If they at least gave off some kind of noticeable sort of effect around them, then that'd be fine. And most of them do, actually. The Electra anomalies crackle and pop when you get around them. But whatever these ones are called are probably the biggest annoyance I have so far with this mod, because they just kill you instantly and they're almost impossible to see. As you can see, I just took another hit from it. I don't know why I'm still alive, but apparently the game is being merciful. The antiseptic, I think, just stops bleeding, so there's no reason for us to take that. There we go. The clamps definitely give us health back. So I'm going to save now after that ordeal. And how's our armor doing? Yeah, the armor actually deteriorates really quickly in this mod. It's a bit slower than it was in the previous version, but it actually makes a lot of sense if you think about it. When you get shot through body armor, I'm assuming it's not exactly as useful anymore. Okay, just want to clear out these dogs for the most part. That one should bleed out. Okay, that one's dead, and that one did not bleed out. There we go. Probably shouldn't have wasted so much ammo there, but at least they're dead now, and I don't have to worry about getting attacked from behind or something. Kind of interested to see what's up in this stash. Okay, so another minor complaint that I have is the binoculars seem to change the shader settings when you actually look through them. Makes everything brighter, and there's this noticeable sort of time when you take the binoculars down from your eyes. The screen darkens, as you can see. Just a bit of a... oh god, we're getting irradiated here. This is not very good. Do I have any anti-rads? No, I don't even have any anti-rads. I might be just throwing my life away doing this, but I kind of want to see what's in this stash, if it's anything worthwhile. So where are we actually going? Apparently it just disappeared now. Oh god. Pseudo-dogs! Oh Jesus, okay. It died. We're safe. Well, we're not safe by any means, because we're about to die from radiation poisoning. But all in a day's work, I guess, yeah. There's no way we're getting over here with our current setup. So I am just going to load my previous save, and yeah, that's that. I guess we're not going to be able to go check out that tunnel there. Same with the stash further up the road here. I believe it's very much irradiated, so I doubt we're going to be able to get anywhere near that. But we can always come back when we get a better suit set up. Should probably just go back to the road where I know it's relatively safe. That's just a bore. Okay, don't really want to get into any major confrontations here with more mutants. I've already wasted enough ammo, as is. So I'd rather just run ahead here. Also, the running animation's very, very nice. I really enjoy these. It's a very, very smooth sway with the two-handed rifles. And when you've got a pistol, let me equip something. I don't even have a pistol. But, I don't know, I'll try to get a pistol off of some of these guys up here to demonstrate the running animation. It's just really polished. Feels very well done. Okay, we got a whole pack of dogs up here. Easiest way to deal with this might be a single grenade, honestly. I just hope I don't botch this. Let's toss it up there. It looks like it might do some damage. Sweet, that actually cleared most of them out, I think. Cool. There's only a couple left. So I'm gonna save. Just mop them up. There might be more here than I anticipated. Maybe that grenade didn't help me out all that much, but at least we tried, right? Oh, god damn it. Once again, these anomalies, if I could turn these off, I would do so in a heartbeat. They're really, really annoying. At least until you can get a decent artifact, or not artifact, anomaly detector. Which I believe, if I'm remembering correctly, you can. It just beeps when you get close to them. So yeah, I guess we're gonna have to run with our bolts out. which, yeah, there we go. They're easy enough to spot if you've got your bolts, but you know, I do enjoy the randomized anomalies, but sometimes they just get really annoying when there's too many of them. And when they're not visible like that one. So maybe if they were just a bit more rare or less common, then might balance things out, for me at least, a little bit. Again, these are just my personal preferences and opinions, so don't take any of this the wrong way. Alright. So, we might have a bit of a fight on our hands up here. Some bandits. So, I actually might want to just use the bison here. I actually prefer the sights on this. They're just open sights, and they're a lot more efficient to aim with, in my opinion. Oh my god. Okay, it's gonna be one of those days, isn't it? At least these loading screens aren't very long. Sorry if I'm making a bit of a fool out of myself here, but you know, this is a first impressions video, and I think one of the major frustrations of this mod is the randomized anomalies. Similar to my feelings on People Soup when you don't have an anomaly detector. They get really goddamn annoying very quickly. Just run into them constantly. So yeah, that's definitely going to be one of the first things I purchase, is a detector, just so I can hear those beeps when we get close to something dangerous. It's definitely going to be helpful. Okay, I think we should be safe now. Okay, it looks like this place is relatively clear, but I'm sure there's going to be something up here that we're going to have to take out. Okay, again, I want my bison on. Do a bit of a quick save here. And as long as you're quick saving often, dying isn't really that big.